Okay. Okay. Hello. Welcome everybody at this live stream about. Let me take it here. Juan's new book, "Burning the Rules," and we're a guest today in the Sound Vision studio in Arnhem, in the Netherlands, and of course that's the place where Juan's Groove Impact Academy is. So welcome and. Thanks for watching the show. My name is Dirk-Jan van Groningen. I'm the owner of the publishing company who published Juan's new book, Burnin the Rules. And today is all about the new book that is published today. And if you take a look in the chat, there's a link already. There's a great way to purchase the book today with a great discount of 25%. And later on in the show, I will give you a discount code so you can buy the book with a 25% off. But first, we're going to start with piece of music from the book, played by Juan. And here's the book, and he's getting it for the first time today. And I have to take a walk to the studio now, so I have to give him the book because then he's able to play from it. So it will take a couple of minutes. No, not a couple of minutes, maybe just one. And I'll walk towards Juan's drum room, and you can see him perform the first tune from his new book, Burnin the Rules. Yeah, so that was the first song by Juan, and he will join us in a couple of seconds to talk about more about his life as a professional drummer, and that's what we're going to do right now. And he's already joining. He's entering the room, and after that, we've been talking a bit. He will play a second piece today from the album, isn't it?
Yes,
That was the idea.
That's the idea.
And then we'll talk about a little bit more about the book, and we will also announce the discount code, which you can use for ordering the book with a 20% discount. And the discount is only available this weekend until Sunday night midnight. And then there's some kind of Q&A, so that's what the chat is for. If you want to ask questions to Juan, ask them in the chat, and I will make sure he'll answer it. And at the final episode of this live stream is the giveaway. We do have some nice giveaways, and maybe you can tell just about a bit about the giveaways. What are we going to give away today?
I was thinking of a very nice pair of drumsticks, the drumsticks that I use nowadays.
That's a cool idea.
And something extra with that, like the album Burning the Rules in CD format.
So as announced, when we were announcing this live stream, we already told that the people who were making a chance to get the giveaways had to subscribe for the live stream. So if you did that, your name is in this pocket, and at the end of the live stream, Juan will pick some names out of the pocket with a blindfold. Maybe
Yes.
we should do it with a blindfold.
I will do that with the blindfold.
But first, welcome in the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us here in Sound Vision Studio Arnhem and the Groove Impact Academy. That's where all your lessons are coming from here, this building. It's a great building. Actually, the people are just seeing this piece of the building, but they actually should see the whole building, because it's an amazing studio with some a lot of vintage microphones and stuff, and an amazing drum room. But that's for later, I guess.
That's for later.
That's
and
for
also
later.
when people want to come and visit the Groove Impact Academy, they can have a little tour if they want. But that's not for now.
That's not for
we
now. It's
talk
now
about this
it's now
book here.
it's now about the book. So it's officially out now. It's available through our website for purchase already, and maybe you should wait at the end of the show for the discount code so you can purchase it with a 25% discount. As I told, but now about Juan. Thanks for hosting us. I already said that, and maybe it's for the people who are watching, nice to know a little bit more about you. Where do you come from?
Okay.
Who was Juan as a kid?
Wow, let's go way back.
Because I've been reading some stories about that you were starting at 10 years old.
That's correct.
And there wasn't even a drum set in the room where you had followed your first percussion lessons.
Actually, when I go way back before that, after going to the music school to read notes and to sing songs, there was the opportunity to choose an instrument. And my first choice was actually the Hammond organ.
Okay, that's cool.
But my mother told me, no, you're going to play the drums. And I was like really disappointed, because I was dreaming about the keys. I was drawing keys on the wallpaper, black and white. And but I had to go to music school, and the teacher that was there, the school didn't have the money for a drum set. It was way back then, so I needed to learn concert drum, the snare drum. So for 2 years, just snare drum exercises and
so you played a lot of Hochreiner and Mitchell Peters
and
etudes.
Siegfried Fink.
Yeah.
I love those ones. I mean, especially the ones where I was playing together with my teacher, because then I had the combinations, and it was fun. But I always thought, well, after this is gone, I might play the Hammond then. But then when the music school had enough money to get the first drum set, I sat behind or inside the drum set because I was very little. And when I sat behind the drum kit, I was so impressed by all the moving parts. Like there's the bass drum, the hi-hat, the cymbals that went up and down. and the sound of it, like the stereo sound of it, and all the frequencies, that really sort of made me stay and play the drums and go for that more. Yeah.
And that was about when you were about 10 years old?
10 years I started the snare drum. I think like 11, 12, I found out how. You know, the drum set is an amazing instrument
Yeah.
to do.
And who encouraged you to go further? And
Uh, my parents.
yeah.
I had an uncle that played guitar, and another uncle who played a steel pedal guitar.
Mhm.
And he was, you know, he had a great band, a family band, and he was always sort of ringing the doorbell when I was practicing. And then he always asked, "Can I just sit there and watch you play?"
Okay, cool.
And he actually was the first guy who told me, "It's great that you read notes, but you should learn things from the heart and listen to the music and respond to the music." When I was young already.
Mhm.
So I already was very aware of, you know, reading part is very important, but also, you know, make sure that you listen to the other musicians. So he was already talking about communicate with the other musicians. For me back then was like, yeah, communicate all.
It's not a thing when you're that age or
No,
thinking about already.
No. But you know, when people start saying things like that at an early age, you know, it's sort of imprinted in your brain. And at
Mhm.
some point, when you're ready for it, you sort of put that drawer open,
Open
and open
and
comes the note.
use it when you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Cool
yeah.
story. And what kind of bands did you play, or how did you end up in a band?
Okay, that's also a nice story. I remember I was at high school, and at the age of 13, you know, the school that I was at was like a school with 1,600 students, or you know, kids,
Pretty big.
very big. And I was not such a secure guy, you know, very shy and didn't have a big mouth. Not as now, you know. I learned my lesson. No, but back then there was a little note that some kind of school band was looking for a drummer,
Okay.
and I didn't dare to go there. So what happened? I
So
came
someone
home.
had to push you.
My mom.
Yeah?
I came home and she asked during lunch, "So anything news?" Not so much. Well, I saw a little note and I explained to her what happened, and she was like, "You are going to go there and you're going to go for audition."
Wow. Everybody needs a mom like that.
Yeah. So scared as I was, I went to there was like a cafe of the school where
Mhm.
the kids from higher were smoking dope and
Okay.
that kind of school.
That kind of school.
In Waalwijk, and they were drinking beer, and I went in, dark place, and you know, people in camouflage clothing, and I felt.
Let's
like,
make something secure. It wasn't actually a part of the school, wasn't
no,
it?
It was part of the school.
Was it part of the
Yeah,
school?
yeah. Back
My
in those
gosh.
days, yeah. And then I asked the guy behind the bar. I was so scared. He said, "What do you want?" I said, "I came because I saw the note. Somebody needs a drummer." And then out of the corner was this one guy. His name's Ivo Severijns, and he said, "Oh, are you a drummer?" And he was a bit older than I was. And then I started becoming the drummer of a band. We played first. We started playing the Police and Herman Brood music,
Mhm.
and I think after a year we started to create our own music.
Okay, cool.
It was instrumental music. The band was called Penthouse, and we played some weird kind of fusion. Songs were like 15 minutes long, all kinds
With a
of
lot of improvisation.
a lot of remembering,
Yeah.
because we rehearsed a lot, and there was always this thing that everybody needed to know their part, and we were rehearsing. I did some shows, and if I listened to the cassettes, they were like,
Cassette tapes.
yeah, I was like, wow, did I remember all that? You know,
Yeah.
all of us. So
And when was there there must be some kind of magical moment that you were thinking, I want to be a professional.
yes, that was when I was 15 years old.
15 years old
Yeah,
already.
yeah. Then and that actually came because of I didn't really have a goal, not yet, because
Mhm.
I was also doing martial arts like taekwondo and tai chi, kung fu, and I was pretty good at that. And
So I need to be careful
no,
what
because
I'm
it's very peaceful.
telling you.
And no, it's a peaceful art. Don't worry. And drumming, of course, and playing in a band, and that was the other side. And then at some point, I think my teacher from taekwondo,
Mm-hmm.
he wanted me to become a professional fighter.
Okay.
He wanted to take me to Korea and
Mm-hmm.
training. So there I had to decide what to do. So I definitely didn't want to do that. So it became playing music. So at that
Yeah.
age, I started to think, okay, if I don't do that, then I should go for music.
And then you were able to study with the same teacher, or there was something else who influenced your
I
drumming so far?
No, because I studied with the same teacher, Mari Spikmans,
Mm-hmm.
a great guy. He's still out there, and I think he still teaches every now and then. And the great thing about him was that he was very enthusiastic. He inspired me a lot. He inspired a lot of young kids a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I followed lessons for 10 years.
Okay, cool.
Looks like there is a question.
There was a question in the chat. Oh, yeah. Nico says Juan's mic is very soft compared to DJs.
How's that, Nico? Is that better? Okay, good. Well, let's do it this way.
Okay.
Back to the story.
Back to the story.
Yeah.
And then you were playing in a band,
Yes.
and then there needs to be a follow-up for further musical
Yeah.
education.
Let's continue with the teacher first. The
Yeah.
teacher, I followed 10 years, staying at the music school. Even when I did auditions for the conservatorium,
Mm-hmm.
I still went back to the music school because I thought that he was more inspiring than the teacher that I had at the conservatorium.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that's just, it was me, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't really connect with the teacher there. So after 2 years, I stopped studying at the conservatorium. But I still went to the music school because there was enough to be learned. So
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And why not learn that from the same teacher?
Why not?
Yeah.
And
Okay.
also, I already did audition for a band when I was 17.
Mhm.
These guys were like 42. They already toured in the Netherlands. I got money for the gigs, so I became a professional musician. So
all of a
already,
sudden.
all of a sudden, I was
Yeah.
there, so
Yeah.
earning money and doing great shows.
Really
Yeah.
cool. And then you forgot about the education stuff, actually.
I studied basically. I started to study my own shit. You
Yeah.
know, start to write my own stuff and try to develop myself by watching videos of others.
And that's what you still do.
yeah. Sorry.
Oh, but I think that's a
Yeah.
really good starting point.
Yeah, it's basically. It's good that you mention it because sometimes I ask myself why am I writing books? Why am I doing this? Why do I still have? There's still 5 books to come, man. Know what you're beginning with. No, but the thing is, it's all about sharing. It's all about. There's a lot of things that I learned from while playing, while studying, of which I know that I can help other people,
Mhm.
you know, with it to inspire them, but also to help them to you know what it's like. You study also. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes you get sort of you drown into material. You don't
Yeah.
know where to keep up. You don't know where to start. You don't know where to continue. And I like to share with people that give them some direction.
Yeah.
The same direction that I give myself, basically.
There's a lot of stuff to dive in if you want to be a professional drummer or whatever musician.
But
There's so much like lesson material, books, videos, YouTube nowadays.
it's
yeah.
it's true. It's true.
It's hard to choose.
But you said a professional. But also I found out, since I was teaching at my own academy, where I don't have only professional drummers. There's also
Mhm.
a lot of people who come there for the passion of
Yeah.
becoming a better drummer. I think in general, it's great to learn behind the kit and develop yourself because it gives such a great feeling, to be able to study something and then in the end, if you master it, it comes out of your hands and your feet and it's, it goes by
That's an
itself.
amazing feeling every time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to develop that.
Yeah. Really good. And then you started playing with a lot of famous Dutch artists.
Yeah. Well, you name some because I totally forgot that.
Robbie Valentine.
He's a name dropper, not me. Yeah, Robbie Valentine's great. He's still out there.
Yeah,
you
he's
know.
still out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He does a great job. Yeah, it was great.
But how did that happen?
Mm.
Did you do audition where you asked to play in the band or?
No, I wrote him a letter, and no, it was actually it was like this. Before he formed his first band,
Mhm.
before he became world famous in Netherlands, we got together because he was looking for a drummer.
Yeah.
But at that same moment, I started my own band already. We had some repertoire, with my friends, and we had a great singer. and it was just not the right time to join the band. So we separated, and he became famous, and my band was going down the drain. I can still feel the pain. But then what happened was I got in contact with Snowy White, English guitar player. So I joined his band for a long time, and during that period of time, I was touring a lot. And I do remember there was a moment where I had 2 weeks off of touring, and I was in the Netherlands at home at my mom's, and I went to a studio of a friend of mine, and then the phone rang, and it was the manager of Robbie Valentine looking for me. First of all, back in those days, I was wondering, how did they get this number? How did they know I was here? My mom. She knew where I was. He's there in that studio, and she knew that was important. So then I got in touch with Robbie Valentine, and they were doing a support act for Brian May, but they lost their drummer.
Okay.
And could you please
come over as soon as possible?
Yeah, I said, when is the tour? It starts the day after tomorrow. So,
oh gosh.
Okay, so I had to go straight away. Learn all the songs by heart, step by step, and then we did the tour. It was great.
Really cool.
Yeah. Stayed there for 6 years in the band. So.
Great story.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing.
Hey.
Yeah. So, and at this point, you're running the Groove Impact Academy.
Yeah.
You're also providing online lessons for other online platforms. And as I understood with the Groove Impact Academy, it's more, you just told about it, it's more about drummers who doing it for fun, but just want to go a little step further than normally. And I also understand you're providing a lot of play-along tracks for them.
Yeah.
You create them yourself.
Yeah.
Just like what you did on the album. Because you played all the instruments, almost all the instruments by yourself.
Not all of them, but basically of this album, it was my debut album. It was my music publisher, Emil Bode of The Room Recordings, who actually supported me with that and inspired me to, become an artist, which I found very difficult in the beginning because, when you're a drummer, you want to sit in the band. But he said, if you write the songs and you play all the stuff, you should be an artist because it's easier to sell your music to other parties. So I just said, okay, to that. And hopefully I don't behave like an artist. But I understand the concept of it, which is cool. But basically that album I created with music to inspire my students. So most of the songs were instrumental.
Yeah.
With weird kind of arrangements.
With a lot of inspiration from Van Halen.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But that has to do with the fact that I play guitar just a little bit, and I'm just a great fan of Santana, Van Halen. So and when you start writing stuff and you don't have the money to hire people, you start doing as much as you can yourself. And then later on, you get people who are joining in because they see the album and they go like, oh, wow, this is great music. I'd love to play it.
But basically, you just played all the drums, guitars, and bass guitars. Isn't it?
Actually, the drums, bass guitars, and most of the guitars. Some solos I just passed on to other players who are great. But the song that I just played, there I played all the instruments.
Yeah.
Except for the keyboards.
Yeah. And we're going to talk about the book just a little bit more later on. You want to play another song from the album?
I guess I have to, right?
Yeah.
I chose to also go back in time, because for me this is going back in time, and pick up the challenge and try something with the song Last Exit, which is time signature 5/4.
5/4, yeah.
Which is it's not complicated, but it's if you're not careful, you miss the boat. So to speak.
yeah. I understand.
So I'm gonna give it a try.
Yeah.
Right.
Best of luck, and we'll talk some more later. Stay tuned for all the giveaways later, and and the Q&A. And what was the title again of the piece? Need to find it out. The piece Juan is going to play next is called Last Exit, and of course, it's from the album Burnin' the Rules. That was Last Exit, written and recorded by Juan van Emmeloot. Today played by Juan van Emmeloot live on the drums during this live stream introducing his new book, Burnin the Rules, and see if there's some air in this guy, because he did a pretty good job playing this 5/4 tune.
Oh
Are you
man.
okay, Juan?
I'm still alive.
Still alive. He's still alive. Thanks for this great performance.
Thank you so much. And you know, it's been such great fun to do this again, because I have to admit, you know, if you have to perform it and you know there's people watching, it's so different than when you sit in the rehearsal room and just let's try this again. You know.
Yeah, but it's more different than just play it for a student.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
there's always just a little bit more tension. People are watching. Am I doing right?
10 million people, right?
Yeah, 10 million, at least at the moment. Yeah, I heard some funny kind of story when we were talking about your book, or I read it somewhere that you were, when the album came out, people were buying it and streaming it online. But some point you found out that there were more streams on the drumless tracks than the original album tracks.
Yeah. Sorry.
How, that was funny to hear.
It was certainly funny to hear. And you know what? You know, with the label that I'm with, the record label Drum Recordings, Emil is such a great guy because he really sort of keeps track on every detail. So because he follows everything. So every year, you know, he makes this the printout, and then you can actually see what is in favor, what people are downloading or streaming. And yes, it was funny to see that most of the earnings that I have is because of the play-along tracks.
Yeah.
So and then in my brain it goes like, well, that's great. You know, I'm in this business for more than 40 years.
Yeah.
And people buy the music where I don't play the drums.
Yeah. But it's some kind of recognition for what you've accomplished, like the backing tracks,
Absolutely.
and people get creative with it.
That's true. That's
And
true.
I think that's the whole idea about the book, to get just a small lead sheet with not all the information, not exactly written out, but just the main parts, the main grooves, and start to be creative yourself.
Yeah.
That's what's on the cover as well. Be a creative drummer, isn't it?
Exactly.
Yeah, that's the goal.
Even when I played like the two songs that I just did, I tried to stay away from playing what I did on the record. I mean, most of the stuff, you know, if you have a 5/4 time signature, you have to play a certain groove because the music is built around it.
Yeah,
But what to play during the fill or when to play a fill, that's something that's really up to the drummer who wants to play this music.
yeah,
And I think it's important to inspire people by, you know, presenting music and what would you play if you would play the drums.
yeah,
Because nowadays, it you know, it's in average is very easy. I found out when I was teaching at the conservatorium in Rotterdam that I could feed drummers any groove or any music. They would analyze it, they would play it perfect, even sometimes better than on the record.
mm-hmm.
But if you come with a piece of music where there's no information what to play on the drums, this is the moment where you have to be very confident as a
Yeah.
drummer.
Listen,
Also,
listen in what's happening
exactly.
and make it your own and find something what works.
Exactly, and then decide to this is what I'm doing, you know,
Yeah.
and stay behind it, and so that's a different. I think that's a different level of approach, rather than you know you can learn a lot from copying, but you can also learn a lot from taking your own groove and put your own stuff into this music and build up something.
That's so funny because we've been talking about this before, and I've told you that I was trying some of the songs with one of my students, and the first thing you did was going to Spotify and check out how you were playing the song. And then afterwards we decided together that we're not only printing the QR codes for the drumless tracks,
Right.
but also the QR code with the drums.
Which I totally understand because I have
Yeah.
to be honest, all the repertoire that I built with the drumless tracks, of course, are built around some kind of groove and some kind of interpretation of the drummer. You know, at the Groove Impact Academy, there's a lot of drummers, good drummers. Some of them are semi-pro,
Mm-hmm.
and they follow the course where to make a drum video.
Mm-hmm.
And during that course, which takes like 10 months or something, every
Yeah.
month they come, we are building up a song repertoire.
Yeah.
And this is where I start creating a song arrangement around their way of drumming.
Okay.
So
So you look at them. What are their abilities and
Yes.
make a song around their favorite grooves or
And then
whatever.
also during those sessions, I pick up the challenges, so
Mhm.
I can also see what they still have to learn.
Yeah.
So I add some little licks into it. Please sing to this, and it's like, wow,
What's
let's
happening?
change the
Yeah.
time signature. Let's change the tempo.
Yeah.
All these crazy things actually to make people drummers become aware of the fact that don't be afraid of things. You can learn anything basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but having said that, I totally understand that some of the music, if you listen to it, even I listen to it. I remember the drum parts. I go like, what would I play on this thing? I know.
Yeah,
if you
but
play
maybe what would I play now after 7, 8 years?
Yeah,
Yeah.
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 It's
So it could be totally different.
yeah, and why not?
And you played some refreshing things, I thought, at the end, like
Uh,
toom-ta, toom-ta, toom-ta.
Yeah, I do that on the
Mhm.
record because I decided to quickly let's do this like on the record
Yeah.
because I could have changed it as well, but I thought let's throw in something recognizable.
Yeah. So we've been talking about this. So as you can see, each song has 2 QR codes, one minus drums, one plus drums. Lead sheet, you can check the lead sheets out. We have some examples of the lead sheets on the website of the book, and you can check the link here under Juan, I guess. Yeah, it's under Juan, the link where you can buy the book. And if you want to buy the book today, you're getting 25% discount with the discount code is BTR, Burn the Rules.
Cool.
So if you're purchasing the book today during the live stream, Juan will sign a copy for you when we're done today. So that's a very important 25% off today till next Sunday, and you're getting a signed copy from the master himself.
That's still tomorrow, right?
That's tomorrow.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
it's still
okay.
tomorrow.
Yeah,
Today and tomorrow.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So if you want that, go to the website cmm-eu.com/btr, and there's the book for sale. The first copies are here, so he wants to sign them.
Absolutely.
If you want to have one, go there and make it happen today. If there are any questions from people who are watching this live stream, you're welcome to mention your question in the chat, and we'll talk about. And otherwise, maybe we can talk some more about the book. But I think the main things are already said. I don't know if you have any things that you want to tell our listeners or watchers more about the book.
Well, I think what is basically interesting about the book, there's 12 songs in there.
12 songs,
12
yeah.
songs.
It's a typical album, 12 songs.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It fits on a CD.
Exactly. And not on the back side, it's flip side.
Yeah,
Just,
no flip side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, what's great about creating this book is there's a lot of freedom in the play-alongs, and you just have to find your way on doing this. And I would like to see drummers, getting a song like this, and then if they are confident enough, videotape themselves.
Yeah, that would be cool.
And then send it over or put it
Send 'em
online,
in.
and
Put them on YouTube. Send the link to us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
or add my name on it as well, and link me, and I can give you a comment, and whatever. And it's always great to inspire people with music. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Any questions?
I don't know. I don't see any questions in the live chat yet. But
Anybody alive there?
anybody alive there? But we can go on with the next thing we're supposed to do today.
What was that? I forgot.
Yeah, we're going to do something fun.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And maybe you should pick the things we're going to give away.
Right. That
Yeah.
sounds like a plan.
Yeah.
Where are they? Oh, there they are.
They're over there.
They are still in the box. I have to open the box. It will take me some seconds.
We're unboxing as well. So the last part of this live stream is the giveaway, and we decided to give away some items. What do we have, Juan?
We have this amazing pair of sticks, a Pro Mark, because I love the brand. I love these sticks. These are the Active Grip Rebound 5A. I play with them lately, and I found out that these sticks are very comfortable. They don't slip out of your hands, and yeah, I think they did a great job on this. So you get a pair of this, and inclusive this beautiful album, Burning the Rules.
The original album.
Yeah.
Woo!
Yeah, it's still different though. You know, if you have it in your hand, it's so different than you put it just online.
Yeah, but maybe that's something for people of our age.
Absolutely. So people of our age, be happy to have them still around. I hope you can play them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great. So it's going to be a pair of sticks and a nice.
So we have our magic
album.
box over here with all the people who subscribed for the live stream.
Okay.
And we're going to pick 3 people, wasn't it?
3 people.
Three
because
people.
we have 3 prizes.
Can we
to
have a
give
drum
away.
roll?
We can.
Yeah, but now you have to come back and pick a winner. The first winner is
Juan van Emmeloot. No. Kidding. Ismael Canadas.
if you're live.
You are a lucky winner.
Yeah.
If
And,
you are alive, I mean live here,
Mm-hmm.
you hope that they are alive.
Yeah.
They have to send a comment or something?
They can send a comment, and we're shipping the sticks and the CD with the book, of course.
Mm-hmm.
So those are yours. We don't do a drum roll again, isn't it?
No. We
That's
do a piano roll.
a piano roll.
Wow, there's a lot of tickets in here. Let's see.
The next winner is
I can't read this. It's upside down.
okay.
It's a guy from, I think he's from England.
Yeah.
Nico Verspeget. Nico
Is he from
Verspaget.
England?
No.
Was that the guy about the microphones?
He's the guy, the guy is watching. Nico, you lucky bastard. You're a winner.
You're a winner. Congrats. And then the last one for today. Today's last winner.
Let's see. Oh. Okay, I hope I can read this right. Wannes op de Beek?
I guess so. Wannes op de Beek.
Wannes op de Beek. If
Yeah.
you're watching, you are a
The
lucky
third
winner.
Winner. Okay. So if you have just if you want to ask a question to Juan, go ahead and ask him in the chat. And if there are no questions, no problem at all. We can also answer your questions afterwards. If you write us an email or write Juan an email, that's no problem. The winners, that would be nice if you contact us for your address information so we can send you the sticks and the CDs. And I felt my pocket for the first time, so that's probably the first book.
Okay.
Probably, I guess.
He
So
felt-
thanks for buying.
Thank you so
Everybody,
much.
thanks a lot for watching this live stream from Arnhem Sound Vision Studios. Thanks a lot for hosting us. Groove Impact Academy. Thanks a lot for being here. And thanks about all the information you shared today.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully till the next one.
Absolutely, because there's more coming up. But first, we pay attention to this. And I would like to say thank you so much for having me on board with your publishing company. So proud to do this, and it's also very inspiring to you kick my ass to come up with a good
And you
product.
kick mine.
Well, we kick each other ass.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Thomas, for the technician,
For the technique.
audio,
Thanks a lot.
and the
And the video.
and the Sound Vision Studio for giving us the moment that we can film here and do everything here. So much, and you watchers.
Thanks a lot for watching. See you on the next live or a webinar. And have a great weekend. Enjoy the great weather. Although in Europe it's great weather. And enjoy your weekend. And till the next time. Bye bye.
And we go to the beach now, yeah?
We go to the beach.
Okay, bye bye.
Definitely.
Bye.
For sure.